House Wolffort prevails against General Avlora's army.
Hello, everyone.
Out of Glenbrook.
RPG Kingdom Kid here, back with some more triangle strategy.
Roland sobs quietly.
And this is what happened in the previous
saddened
video.
by the sacrifices made in his name. Glenbrook is powerless, but knows they must keep the royal bloodline alive. Thus, the conspiracies and power struggles around the noble blood in Roland's veins continue to stain the land crimson.
The Weather Vane, Part 1. Okay. Hopefully, ideally, I would love it to just do this, be all exploration, no battle. Because then what I would do off screen is then I would go load up before we did that previous fight, train everyone up, and then I would do this stuff again. Actually, before we go to encampment, I want to go here. Just to see if I could do a bit better in that fight with everyone leveled up.
So it appears the Duchy intends to capture Glenbrook. But Prince Roland slipped from their grasp and fled to Wolffort.
The ink on the treaty is barely dried, and they're already declaring war.
And what's more, there's a price on Prince Roland's head. It has spurred the masses into movement.
They will bear their fangs at us in time. We cannot leave them to their own devices.
I see this as a wonderful opportunity. We can make it clear how we stand after the Saltiron War.
Aye. And I much prefer to extinguish embers than a raging inferno.
It sounds like you intend to start a war.
Calm yourselves. There is no need to get so worked up over this. It is true that this grave matter may one day affect Hyzante. But it is in times like these that we must trust the Hierophant's words more than ever.
There's nothing else, right? It was just that one? Okay, now I'll go to the encampment. Just see what the happenings are there. I don't want to buy anything or do anything. Doesn't seem like you had anything new. I don't think you have anything new, although I'm able to get this now. I have another fight for timber. So I think you still get that stuff too every time you fight, so again, if that's the case, holy shit, that's busted as hell, but yeah, alright. Serenoa struggles with the news of his father's collapse, and an unexpected visitor arrives to speak with the new lord. Alright, let's see what this is all about.
Father, please open your eyes. There is so much I wish to ask you.
Lord Serenoa.
I cannot let Father hear how weak I've become. I must be strong.
Lord Serenoa, Master Benedict, you have a visitor.
Who is it?
Lord Silvio Tellior. He wishes for an audience with Lord Serenoa.
What business would the Lord of House Tellior have with me? Tell him we will be there shortly.
Yes, sir.
Every day is busier than the last.
Yep.
We haven't had a moment to catch our breath.
Shoot, I was going to turn off my heater. Oh, well, I'll keep it, I guess. It's not a big deal.
You are doing a fine job as head of House Wolffort, Lord Serenoa. Your father would be proud if he could see you now.
I could not do it without you, Benedict. Thank you.
Oh, another Scales of Conviction thing? Okay. Interesting.
In short, you wish for the three high houses to join hands and fight the duchy. Is that correct, Lord Silvio?
Indeed. I believe it our duty to fight. Some are frozen in fear, trembling at the mere thought of the duchy's power. I feel that joining the three high houses under a single flag is the only way to unite them. My men ready themselves for war as we speak. Come to Telior, and we can strike at Aesfrost together. Prince Roland will be safe with us, of course.
It's as good a plan as any. You have my thanks for getting the preparations underway.
I wonder if Lord Landroy would agree.
I doubt House Falks would refuse a fight. Their devotion to the crown knows no bounds.
But of course, they reaped great rewards from the bountiful lands won during the war.
You propose reuniting the three high houses who led the Saltiron War to its end. It is heartening to know you would once again lend us your strength.
We certainly could use all the help we can get, though I wish we could resolve matters peacefully.
You speak as though your brother is not at fault for all this.
My bride-to-be bears no blame for the duchy's actions.
My apologies. Forgive me for my outburst. But we haven't much time. I would have your answer now.
Shall we accept Lord Silvio's proposal, my lord?
Fetch the scales, Benedict. We shall decide our path together.
Most of all, made the journey to our domains to offer us an alliance. I would know what the others think on the matter. Okay. Alright. Oh, finally Anna has a thing. Accept the proposal or reject the proposal. Alright, let's go. Let's go to the village and see what everyone says first. I mean, it's a good proposal, but I don't trust this dude at all. Lord of House Teleor came all this way to ask for an alliance, but just between you and me, they wouldn't be much help in a battle. House Teleor is indeed not known for their prowess on the battlefield, but I do not know if we have the luxury of choosing our allies now. That is true. We may not have our houses, but we still have our lives. For that, I must be grateful. Although I admit I'm as prone as any to despairing these days, not knowing when I'll be able to open up shop again. Yeah, I feel terrible for this. Oh dear, how could this happen? And at a time like this? Is something the matter? Whatever it is, I would be happy to help. Well, you see, my daughter and her husband got into a fight and decided to go their separate ways. But I fear for what will happen to their poor son. I don't know what I should do. I fear there's odd you can do. The issues between two of them and must be resolved as such. Children are the one who suffer most when parents fight. I think your efforts are best spent helping them reconcile. It's not to be gained by forcing themselves to stay together. Separating and starting new lives is for the best. Oof. This is a rough one. This is a rough one. This one I feel like is like, no, this isn't a good one to pick at all. Because this is like a whole like, well, there's nothing you can do about it, so fuck them. This one is true because children are the ones that do suffer the most between bickering parents. Oh. But I don't like that second half. It's like, your efforts are best spent helping them reconcile. I'm not a big fan of that. If that part, if it was more so about like, hey, it's like you should be there for your grandson, like then yeah, I'd be all for that one. This one is also a good one too. It's like if they don't force them to stay together, starting new lives may be for the best. Ooh, this is a rough one. I'm actually going to say this one because this one's more so about the child in a way. Again, I wish it was a little bit different, but it's not. I agree. I must do whatever I can to ensure that happiness of my grandson. There you go. Okay. Even if they get upset at me, I shan't falter. I will take care of that boy. My grandson will want for nothing. Mark my words. Thank you, Lord Serenoa. I feel so much better now that we've spoken. I apologize for burdening you with my family's troubles, especially at a time like this. You needn't apologize. No family's perfect. My house burned down, but my friend let me borrow her doll. My house is okay, but one of the others burnt down. They looked real sad, so I let him borrow my doll. It always helped me feel better when I'm sad too. Thanks to you, we managed to survive the battle, though the town wasn't so fortunate. It'll take some time before she's back to her former glory, but she'll get there so long as we work together. I wish I could do more for the townsfolk who lost their homes, but us soldiers are hardly in any condition to help. We have our hands full aiding the injured and making sure everyone is fed. I dread to think what would happen if the fighting were to continue much longer. My people are suffering after a battle on our own soil. I doubt we'll be able to face another attack from Aesfrost alone. Sam disappointed in Lord Silvio would be an understatement. He safeguarded himself in Teleros as Gustavus invaded the crown city. Some say it was his duty as lord to stay and protect his people and Densmen, but what of his duty to the crown? I suppose we shouldn't be looking to Lord Silvio for any semblance of loyalty. Lord Serenoa, you drove back the Aesfrost forces with such splendor. I expected no less of House Wolffort. Have you heard of how the other houses are faring? To tell the truth, my family lives in the Saltiron demise. They say that Lord Serenoa is not a man of the military arts and fear what should happen were as the frost to invade. Saltiron is wealthy and well connected. I doubt they would be so easily crushed by the duchy. Therefore, Lord Serenoa is unchanging. I could stand to learn something from his ever-composing example. For worst comes to worst, your family is always welcome Wolffort, but Lord Serenoa lends one of the 3 high houses and would do whatever it takes to protect his demons. Ugh, I don't like any of these, if I'm being honest. None of these feel really strong to me. It's like, well, they're wealthy and well-connected, so I'm sure they won't be easily crushed. Yeah, I mean, their place won't be destroyed because he's going to be on his knees with him. For better or for worse, Lord Silvio is unchanging. I guess I could stand to learn something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like any of these. I'll go with this one. Is that so? If it is the first praiseworthy thing I have heard of the man. In any case, I take solace in knowing that they are safe. For now, at least. Yeah, none of them really felt great to say. My house is gone. If only I had known sooner, I could have grabbed my precious mementos. We can rebuild that house, but those keepsakes are gone forever. Oof. That one hurts. Will you be returned, my lord? Yep. Alright. Time to make another save. I honestly didn't expect the fucking scales of conviction this soon. Okay, I want to see why these people want to reject his plan. Do you truly think allying ourselves with House Telior would stop the spread of the war? It makes me wonder if it would only be pouring oil onto the fire. Okay, I totally get that.
What do you need?
I heard that the Telior demise is known for its wine, not warriors. Makes me wonder if it is truly necessary for us to join forces at a time like this. I would have no qualms if Lord Saltiron were a man of upstanding character, but the rumors I hear only speak of the contrary.
Lord Serenoa.
Our soldiers are exhausted after our last battle with Aesfrost. I know we need all the help we can get, but even so, I cannot find in me to trust House Telior. Okay. I want to know why these people agree.
Serenoa.
Say I have no doubts about Lord Serenoa would be in a lie. Even so, we are in sore need of allies. If the 3 high houses stand together, we may be able to turn the tides of this war in our favor. I can get that. The high houses are sworn to protect the crown, yet Lord Serenoa couldn't be bothered to leave Telior when the capital was in danger.
Here's what I think.
Can't help but wonder what he's scheming, but if he wants to join forces, I see no reason to refuse him. I feel like his thing would have been a little easier to convince than that. Just from his start alone is like he said.
Yes, sir.
We must be prepared for any who would march against us, but our forces are lacking in both number and supplies. House Telior's motives matter not. We could use even those against them should the need arises. I get that one in a way. It's like, yeah, they may not be good in numbers and soldiers, but they're more so for supplies. Ooh, boy. This is a rough one. This is a rough one. I don't know which one to pick, in all honesty. I kind of don't want to do it. Because it will feel like that we have to... hold on, let me see what Benedict has to say first, because he'll be the first one I persuade, so... I want to see his spot.
Lord Serenoa.
Everyone has their suspicions over Lord Silvio's offer, but I think we can guess his true intentions easily enough. Whatever House Telior's aim might be, I am certain we can use it to our advantage. Really, it'll take him long. It'll be hard to persuade him to not, or it'll be hard to persuade him to reject it. And it'll take him a little. See, I don't get this. Like, I feel it's so weird. It's like, okay, it sounds like for this one, it sounds like, oh, he doesn't want to reject it. But then up here, he's like, I don't know, man. I wish it would be like he'd at least. I wish they were the same, but then again, that wouldn't help either. It's like I'd have better luck talking to a stone wall. That makes it sound like you will not be able to convince him to refuse it. But then you look up here, he's like, he may be able to sway to ally with him, which makes it sound like he's more towards, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the guy. If I'm okay, now how I feel about him. I don't like the guy. And from what we've seen with the cutscenes, he's definitely more so like, oh, it's more so looking out for his own skin than anything else. So let's reject. We're going to refuse this proposal. Is there something on your mind, my lord? If you have any doubts or concerns, pray let them be known. Duchy has placed a heavy bounty upon Lord Orn's head. Perhaps what Lord Serenoa came for was not an alliance, but not for prowls and battles. Where would any of the merit didn't align ourselves with them? We never know about the Aesfrost army will strike again. Is it truly safe to leave our domain at a time like that? That's also true. Sees Prince Roland. I will not deny the possibility. If we think of Aesfrost's actions of late, it would not surprise me if they had already brought House Telior to heel in secret. However, we cannot ignore the fact that the strength of our forces pales in comparison to that of Aesfrost.
So,
are you not concerned about the size of our own army, Lord Serenoa? Even if I were in doubt, it could be much of help there. Yeah, that's true too. The size of one's forces is an important factor in war, my lord, and it is true that House Telior does not have many soldiers at its disposal. But neither do we. As such, we shouldn't be so hasty to turn away any numbers we can get. Alright, so that didn't help. Fuck it, I'm gonna load that back up. Nah, he's gonna accept it, and I can't do that. No.
Lord Serenoa. So.
But of course, our forces were dealt on heavy blow during our last bout with Aesfrost. Perhaps it is best to wait until the soldiers have recovered. We may risk endangering ourselves if we agree to Lord Serenoa's plea without a ready force behind us. There we go. Okay, so that one's a little more better. I can't remember what yours were.
Sir.
Were you a little more Okay, you'll listen at the very least. I believe his offer is to be one worth considering, but if you are any reservations on the matter, I would hear them. Is a man loyal only to himself and one of unfavorable repute with his people? I advise you not to put so much faith in him. Trust me, friend. I know Lord Saltiron to be unworthy of our faith. He cowered in Tellior as the Frost armies laid siege to Whiteholm Castle. But to think even the people distrust him proves to me that our judgment was correct.
Moreover,
I care not for whether Lord Saltiron may or may not be plotting. If he intends to use us, I say we use him in kind. I'll talk to him, but I think Anne would at least listen.
Yes, sir.
All right. I think that one's the best one. Negotiations still may prove fruitful. As so now, I believe we must use every tool available to us if we are to survive. We needn't rely on others just yet. If we were to be attacked, we could make our stand at Castle Wolffort. We'd leave ourselves vulnerable by venturing outside our domains. I don't know why Aesfrost and Glenbrook. I think it's best we caution and not rush headlong to an alliance. For some reason, I feel like this one won't sway her at all. And this is why I feel like... let's say it. Our army is a formidable one indeed. They managed to force a retreat of Aesfrost in the last battle. But we also sustained heavy losses. The soldiers will reach their limits sooner or later. We should act before the enemy does. At least we lose everything we have left. Yeah, that didn't really work.
Here's what I think.
I say we join forces with House Tellior. The more of us, the better. But I can see you don't quite agree, lad. Tellior is likely desperate to reclaim our honor with a rematch sooner than later. He's no doubt watching our every move. Leaving our demise may alert them to an alliance and put us in even more danger.
You're onto something.
No denying that, lad. There's no telling what sort of shady fellows are lurking about, looking to line their pockets with the prince's demise. If we could trust Lord Saltiron, there's no guarantee his soldiers wouldn't try to get their hands on his highness. In fact, this is just what Aesfrost might have been hoping for with that bounty.
Tough spot we're in.
In any case, my lord, it looks like you've got something else on your mind. Could it be you've got some suspicion of Lord Silvio? I feel like, yeah, even when the capital was taken, which makes me wonder why he would leave his safe haven now. There we go. I feel like he'd be swayed with this. I mean, say it's strange for them to be acting now after the capital's been taken. I'll admit it's suspicious, but I hate having to be suspicious. The three high houses are the pillars of Glenbrook. We should be working together, not wasting our time figuring out each other's intentions. What a sorry state we're in. I don't know if Anne got swayed. I feel like Benedict is going to be more so open to rejecting it. Roland is probably open to doing it, so let's see.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we accept House Tellior's proposal or go our own way? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
All right, let's see.
I stand by my decision.
Three houses are stronger together. On this, I cannot be swayed. All right, well, he didn't sway.
You make a convincing
I cast my
argument,
token in
my
with
lord.
yours, my lord. Okay, so it seems like he went to rejecting it. Now it's just these three, or these two.
My apologies.
I must follow my instincts, my lord. Okay, so she's staying.
Forgive me, lad.
Sorry, lad. Just can't find an enemy to agree this time. Okay, it's a close one. It's gonna be a close one.
Scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
I will say this is definitely a harder one. That's to reject the plan, right? Yep, okay. I will say this one definitely was a harder one in both for me. The first one I'd say was like, to me, the first scales one didn't seem like, it could be either or, so it didn't really matter to me. The second one was a no-brainer, even though I knew what was going to come, and the harder fight was the one of keeping him safe. But this one was definitely a hard one to pick because it's like, but for me personally, I didn't trust the guy at all. I had no reason to trust him at all. It's like, why should I trust him? Especially I know it's the whole like, well, you have the player thing, so you're able to see all these cutscenes playing and how his intentions feel and all that stuff. He's so wishy-washy. He was like, oh, if he gave up Roland, I would so plead with Aesfrost. And since we didn't give him and we won the fight, he's like, well, maybe, like, I don't know if I should do this or not. So I don't know.
The way forward is decided. We deny House Telior's proposal and weather this fight alone.
I mean, I'm all for fucking using the other guy, that House Falks. That would be a lot better, in my opinion.
Are you mad? You would stand idly by while our kingdom is in grave danger.
And just look at this guy. Look at this motherfucker. He looks like Peter Pettigrew. I don't trust him as far as I could toss him.
This is the path we have chosen. I hope you understand.
I do not. You must reconsider. Or else House Telior too will face Aesfrost's wrath.
And why would that be our concern? We are in no condition to fight, Lord Silvio. It is as simple as that.
Then I pray something more than death awaits us both.
Well, he seemed to have been okay with that. I'm going to keep going. This was too short. This was too short.
Lord Silvio of Telior offers the solitary House Wolffort an ally, and a place of protection for Roland. But Serenoa chooses to walk his own path, even if he must do so alone. Silvio leaves with a disquieting look in his eyes.
This is why I feel like this game has a good replay value. Like, okay, so I'm telling you guys right now, there's 10 chapters, and we're in chapter 8.
No! Spare me! I beg you! That's enough, Rufus.
You call these men soldiers, Silvio? They haven't got any spine.
There's something known as Hero's Bane, whose only loyalty lies with money. His life's greatest joy is cutting confident warriors down to size.
Save your anger for House Wolffort. We will strike at their castle soon enough.
Ha! Sounds like they saw straight through your stupid plan.
What could a lowly bounty hunter know of a lord's struggles? Without Roland, my house is doomed. They call you Hero's Bane, right? That is all you need do.
And do it I shall. The only one you need alive is the prince, right?
Well, that would sound like it was a good thing we rejected his plan. Okay, what do we have here? Maybe I'll try it, because obviously I'm going to replay this stuff again when I go back to the previous stuff to,
I beg you, sir, give me one more chance. I shall not fail again.
to do that fight better.
We are already taking measures against House Wolffort. A suitable pawn has showed itself before us. Though, perhaps, I should be more wary of my own family than any other.
Huh?
Falks is all that remains of the 3 high houses. I trust you know what to do, Avlora.
Lord Landroy Fox is famed for his bow arm.
He had the pluck to fire at your master during the war. Do you think you can best him?
Without a doubt.
And why haven't they came until they talk to us? Motherfuckers. Come on. Some bullshit. Travis and Trish discuss rumors of a hefty bounty on Cerenstone's head. Oh boy, that's great. Just what we need is these assholes.
I don't know what to expect now that Aesfrost's taken over Glenbrook.
I heard they put a huge bounty on the prince's head. We could make a killing if we catch him.
I always dreamed of kidnapping royalty. But the prince of a crumbling kingdom?
They'd probably kill him if we turn him over.
The reward is tempting, though.
The reward is tempting, though.
Oh, lordy. I like if they joined me somehow, some way. They're just like, fuck it, they're gonna join me. Oh, this is the person. Oh, yeah, this is the person who joined us in the first demo. Took a while.
It's an emergency. We have 2 patients. Both with extraordinary fevers. The Rosellan is unresponsive.
Well, I can't tend to both unless you can give me 2 more pairs of arms.
Let me help. I've just completed my training and I'll do whatever it takes to save them.
Are there no real doctors left? Fine, come. We're losing precious time.
Leave the Rosellan. We must prioritize the believer.
As you wish.
But the Rosellan will die unless we do something.
Do they not teach the order of things in school these days?
So what if they do?
Fuck this
person.
person.
What does the order of things have to do with saving lives?
Not all lives are weighted the same. You would do well to remember that.
Quickly, Medina, these people are dying as we bicker.
I couldn't save him.
Fuck.
Orders or not, I was the one following them. It's all my fault.
No, seriously, fuck this place. Bunch of racist assholes.
Where are you going? Medina!
I beg your pardon, Lord Serenoa, but a doctor from the Ministry requests an audience with...
My name is Medina. I've heard much about your house and simply had to see it for myself.
What insolence is this? Stand down. Pray tell, what brings you before me?
It is said House Wolffort possesses a relic known as the Scales of Conviction. Is this true?
It is. We turn to the scales for guidance in times of trouble.
Then, I wonder if they might guide me forward as well. I had a crisis of confidence. A man was counting on me to save his life, and I let him die. I cannot let this happen again. I wish to save all the lives I can, regardless of country or creed. Pray grant me the chance to consult the scales, that I might walk the righteous path.
The scales are merely a tool to an end. They are not a magical window into the future. When decisions must be made, all in this house have a say. We choose as best we're able and strive to ensure we chose wisely.
You mean you strive not to regret your decision?
That is all one can do. Forgive me if this is not the answer you sought.
Then, would House Wolffort accept my aid if I offered it, my lord?
If you would serve as a physician, that would be a boon. For we fear the war is far from over.
I would be honored, my lord. I would see what I could do to rewrite the order of things.
Then let us walk the path together.
I am at your service, my lord.
Sweet. We got the new poison. Which I think she'll increases the potency of healing items, can use items twice in the same turn, which is not bad. Definitely need a good, strong healer, so she's good. Alrighty. Let's continue on.
The Tellior army has entered our domain?
Yes. The vanguard is nearing Castle Wolffort as we speak. It will not be long until the rest arrive.
I knew his intentions were not as pure as he made them seem. But to think he would attack so soon after proposing an alliance.
According to our spies, Lord Silvio has been in contact with Aesfrost.
There is a reason he is known as an opportunist. This was all a plan to destroy us.
Ha, fuck this dude.
So he wished to secure Prince Roland to use as leverage with Aesfrost.
So I feel like no matter which one we would have picked, it would have been the same result here.
What do you know about this man?
He's a bounty hunter known as Hero's Bane, whose only loyalty is to coin. That said, he's claimed the lives of countless famed warriors. It would be wise not to underestimate him.
To think Lord Silvio would hire such a man.
It means he's serious. We must plan accordingly.
Understood.
You know what?
Gather the others. We have much to discuss.
We should have increased the volume of the game output much sooner, now that I thought about it. Alrighty. This might be the last thing I do, so...
So Silvio has betrayed us. I suppose he has come here for me.
You are correct. He most likely wishes to use you to curry favor with Aesfrost.
That bastard! To think he would throw his own countrymen underfoot.
We haven't time to get emotional, Eredor. They are on their way here.
I beg to differ. There's no better time. I'm trembling with rage.
As am I. We'll teach those traitorous bastards a lesson.
Yet more bloodshed for my sake.
Prince Roland, we have no choice but to act.
And the enemy is our former compatriots. They may well know about the traps below. We may have to face them head-on at the gates.
We need all the help we can get. Please fight with us.
This is no time to waver. We must stand together if we wish to survive.
Yes. Together we can overcome this. To arms!
So it has come to this. We must prepare now that House Telior marches against us. The town lies past the gates. I won't let a single one of those traitors bastards through. Aesfrost captured the capital and dealt a heavy blow to our forces. I can only surmise House Telior now cowers in fear of the duchy's strength. Their fear is understandable. Even so, I imagine they will retreat if they find themselves fighting a losing battle. Till our demise is closer to Aesfrost than our own, it stands to reason that their fear would be greater as well. House Telior, our hands are yet clean, unlike our own. Makes me wonder if Lord Silvio is the greater ruler between us. Fuck this one. That's a dumb one. I feel this one. Not that matters, I'm sure. I concur. Lord Silvio is a desperate man, but one who values his own life above all else. He would no doubt retreat where the tides of battle no longer in his favor. Assuming we were on the field, that is. Assuming he was on the field, that is. If he isn't, the battle would hinge on his hired sword, Rufus. And there's no telling what that man is capable of, making him far more of a nuisance than Lord Silvio himself. Townspeople have been evacuated to the castle. We cannot let House Telior make it past the walls. I thought we could rest for a bit once we chased off those Aesfrost dogs, but I was wrong. I see that shiny over there. Everything is progressing apace, my lord. The bearers will be ready by the time the enemy arrives. But the townspeople grow weary. We must stop Lord Silvio at the gates no matter the cost. As if it weren't bad enough, they're throwing in their lot with the cutthroats who slayed our king. Now they're after his son. That spineless coward will regret ever marching against us. Neither him nor that mercenary will get any mercy from me. Ooh, some money. Lord Silvio's hired a bodyguard who calls himself Arrowsbane. I admit I'm a little envious of his name. I know it's safer for us to stay in the castle, but sometimes it gets harder to breathe in there with all the other townsfolk. The town took the brunt of the damage in the last battle. It would stand to reason that we now make our stand here at the castle walls. People were forced to leave their homes behind and now aught but ash remain. See, that reminds me of the war affects everyone, not just soldiers. I wonder what the Holy State thinks of our situation. We went to their aid during the Saltiron War and stopped the fighting before it could claim any more lives. I almost wish they would extend our helping hand to us now, and yet... We may need all the help we can get, but asking Hyzante for aid might result in a war not unlike that of 30 years ago. The alliance has been shattered and House Telior has turned against us. It seems almost foolish to rely on the goodwill of others now. If you're accommodating with Hyzante, to that end I surmise the Holy State is willing to see if we would make a formidable ally. This second one's not really a good one in my opinion. Same with this one. Lesser of the three evils, I guess. Those Hyzantes owes us their lives, and yet they're sizing us up while we struggle to survive. Nations operate on more than just emotions and unpaid debts, I'm afraid. I suppose so, but maybe that means Hyzante will come to our aid if we prove ourselves formidable. Lord Serenoa, this is our chance to show the realm what happens when they make an enemy of our house. Precisely, and I would have no other than Wolffort's soldiers by my side while we do. Telior is a high house just like Wolffort, but now we have to turn our blades against them. I cannot forgive Lord Silvio for turning us against our own countrymen. As a fellow servant to the crown, I must show him the error of his ways. Our kingdom has been brought to civil war, and for what? Oh, there's a shiny thing up there. Damn. Letter from Ken to notes, okay? I actually want to look at that. Princess Serenoa Wolffort and Frederica Aesfrost has been decided. The union has been received favorably by the people of both Glenbrook and Aesfrost as a bridge of peace between the two nations. Lady Frederica has arrived safely in Wolffort. Many proceedings are quickly underway. Lord Serenoa officially head in House Wolffort. There is no doubt the ceremony will be a grand one attended by delegations of every nation. From Glenbrook, King Regana, Prince Franny, and Lord Serenoa's closest friend, Prince Roland, will be attending. From the Grand Duchy, Lady Frederica's brothers, Archduke Gustaf and Prime Minister Talos, are expected to join the festival as well. But who will be attending on behalf of Hyzante? We are curious to know who from the Holy State would attend a wedding meant for the strength of ties between Glenbrook and Aesfrost, and the Norzelia bride nonetheless. Throughout the Hierophant is out of the question. We will be able to peer into the Holy State's political movements depending on which site, which is a stately 7 and 10. Though the guest list is still uncertain, we know one thing for sure. The way will undoubtedly be a turning point in Nozelian history. Now, a Wolffort cousin. Some time has passed since last I was able to write. How fare you? We are on hail as ever, indeed happier for our eldest daughter to be wed. The little girl you always doted on has grown to a fine one. The ceremony will be held on X day of X month of our home in Telior. I know the trek is long, but we cannot imagine celebrating without you there. And our daughter so wishes to see you again. If that is not enough to tempt you, perhaps you might begin packing when you hear we've procured several barrels of the finest wine on the occasion. Distant though we may be, we are still family. You are my brother, if not in blood, then in heart. With love and everyone in Wolffort, your Telion cousin. Alright, I believe we're good to go. Now we wait for them to make the move. You know, guys, I'm going to end the part off here. I know I'm going to end the part off here because, yeah, it's a long part and we have a fight. And I think it'd be good if I end the part off here, but I'm not going to watch this until we come back. So, guys, that's going to do it for this part of Let's Play Triangle Strategy. In the next part, guys, we'll probably wrap up Chapter 8 with this fight, and we'll watch this video, or this scene as well. So we'll wrap up Chapter 8, and then we'll be in Chapter 9. This is not that long of a game. I think it's more so for replayability than anything, but we'll see. I'm having a blast with it. Like, holy crap, this has been a sleep. I think this could be a sleeper hit of a game. We'll see. But I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm loving every bit of it. Although I kind of wish the combat was a little bit better, I guess you could say. I might as well make a save. Yeah, I'll save here. Because I am going to reload this save and just grind. Get everyone to like level 15 or something. To see if I can do the not a word my friend fight a little bit better. And then I will try my damnedest to make that fight a little bit better. But we'll see. So yeah, so thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you like the video, please give a like button and click. And comment down below, check about the video, didn't like about the video. And let me know, guys, what you think of the Scales of Conviction one. Which one did you pick? Did you trust him or did you not trust him? I think regardless, I think it would always be the same. You never know, I guess. But yeah. As always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you're always a beat. And subscribe to my main channel too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, RBGKimKid Twitter, are in there too. Thank you all so much for watching once again. And I will see you all next time.